Okay, all you people out there who are saying masks don't work, have you seen a mask under a microscope? Or a virus under a microscope? Yes, I have. So now I have a test for you. You're going to take 2,000 people. 1,000 of the people are going to be on a hill that has no trees. No trees whatsoever. 1,000 are going to be on a hill with moving trees. These trees are going to be going like this while you're going down the hill. The rules of the game is you cannot change your trajectory. You can't lean one way or another to miss a tree. You can only go straight. Same thing with the no tree people. When the no tree people get to the bottom of the hill, they can only go for 50 yards. If they make it past that 50 yards, that means the virus got to that person. If the people with the trees make it past 100 yards, because that equals social distancing, then they have made it to the nose of the person. Okay? Now, when the starting gun goes off, everybody has to start at the exact same time. That represents a sneeze. Okay? Now, depending on how many people, and when you get to the tree line, however, both sides, you're going 200 miles per hour. Fun. Let's see how that works. Squish. Now, that represents the difference between a person with a mask, a person without a mask, social distancing, non-social distancing, and sneezing. Let's see which side has more people get to their finish line, even though the people with the tree line has 1,000 yards past the bottom of the hill to go. And the people without it only have 50 yards. Okay? I'll tell you who's going to make it. More people are going to make it on the side without the moving trees. Even though none of the group can move. And then if you try to move, you're taken out. That means you did not make it to the nose. If you swerve to miss a tree or whatever, you're taken out instantly. Okay? If you swerve to miss another person, you're taken out instantly on both sides. Let's see how many people make it. Okay? Now, I'm going to become the Trump-Luddite. And I'm going to talk like you people. Hey, I'm little Miss Trump-Luddite. And I'm going to tell you. We don't know the numbers out there. We do not know the numbers. So how can we tell what's going on with the COVID? Why should we worry about it? Yes, I know there's babies being made into orphans, but that don't matter. Because we don't know the numbers. Because some hospitals over here, when people die, they test them for the COVID, and because they had the COVID, they say they died of the COVID. While other hospitals over here, somebody comes in with all the symptoms of the COVID, and they die, but they weren't tested while they're still alive, but they were tested after they were dead and showed to have COVID, but they're not going to count them as COVID. No way. No way. That ain't right. Okay? Then on top of that, you got some people that come out on a false positive and some people that come out on a false negative. So how can we tell how much virus is out there? And then you have this testing stuff. Oh my God. That just gives you the virus. You know that, don't you? You know, it just gives you the virus. We got all of that going on. It don't matter if somebody's out there feeling guilty because they infected their mama and their papa and killed them. Who cares? They're just a bunch of old people. They're worthless. I mean, nobody would care if I got infected and died. I'm just an old lady. Oh, the children. Don't worry about them either. They're worthless too. Them kids had asthma, diabetes, or something like that. They're worthless too. I mean, who gives a shit? Oh, wait, they didn't? They were, oh, they had to have something. Doctors just never found it. They had to have something. You can't tell me healthy babies are dying from this. Only people dying from this are people with heart problems and asthma and obesity and smokers and that kind of stuff. Healthy people aren't dying from this. It'll make our society more healthy that way. Oh, I know there's more black people and more brown people, but if they get their asses up off the couch and stop eating that chicken, they wouldn't have that problem, would they? And if they stop eating their damn burritos, they wouldn't have that problem now, would they? Oh, the majority of the frontline workers, well, they're stupid enough to go to work. I stayed home this whole time. I'm too smart for them. I mean, look how dumb they are. They went to go to work to be nurses and doctors. How stupid is that? Don't they know there's a pandemic out there? And they're loading up your groceries? How stupid is that? Don't they know there's a pandemic out there? I mean, they deserve what they got, didn't they? Who cares? They all deserve to die. It's the smart ones that's going to survive. The ones that know that test gives them the COVID. The ones that know that even though this virus is in the country, they don't have to wear a mask. It don't matter. The ones that don't, fall into the line that, the no masker protest where they wore no masks, or the BLM protest where most of them were wearing masks, but still it was a protest. Where Labor Day and 4th of July and sending the kids to summer camp. So Mama and Daddy can get it on for a couple months because it's been a long time, They need that loving, Yeah. It don't matter. That had no effect on it whatsoever. It don't matter that Trump said he closed down the travel from China, but he let 40,000 people come in from China and he didn't test them and didn't quarantine them. That don't matter. Them don't matter. Don't matter that he didn't shut down Europe soon enough and didn't have it so that they could be tested. Don't matter that during Bush's time there was SARS and it didn't get loose in America because Bush was stupid and rerouted the airplanes so they could test people from out of the country who was traveling to the country to make sure they didn't come in and give people the SARS. Don't matter that Obama did the same thing with Ebola. That don't matter. No. That ain't what stopped it. What's stopping COVID is Trump. At the same time, when it started over there, he was standing up there and telling you the truth that the whole thing was a hoax. Don't matter that, Fauci had it wrong in the beginning because, the virus was so new, nobody knew about it. But a few months later in April, he said people needed to wear masks. But he told you to wear cloth ones because our essential workers needed the medical ones. What the hell do they need the medical ones for? They're not as important as us, are they? It don't matter that we got a bunch of idiots out there thinking they got the right to infect anybody they want. It doesn't matter. No, it don't. And they got the right to tell the stores whether or not they should have masks on. And they got the right to spit at people and punch people and even shoot people. They got all of them rights. Did you know they had them rights? None of that matters. What matters is I say that COVID isn't there and it's not infecting anybody. You get the test for it, you're gonna get infected, and you're not gonna infect anybody else because we don't know the numbers. That's what I see when I hear you guys doing your little thing of, oh, but. That's what I see. Yes, you have a constitutional right to not wear a mask. But we have a constitutional right not to be exposed to coronavirus. Meaning, you need to stand at the very least 10 feet away from us if you're going to choose not to wear a mask. You need, at the very least, to go shopping in stores that do not mandate masks. And leave the stores that do mandate masks to have their masks. Wear your mask if you want to go shopping there, or find an alternative way to shop and get your products. Or send somebody who is willing to wear a mask. You need to wear a mask if you're going to stand any closer to somebody who does believe in masks. And you need to stop telling them, well, I don't know why you're wearing the mask. They don't make a difference, because we don't give a shit what you're saying. There are Republicans, independents, voters, non-voters, and Democrats out there who are doing the right thing. Oh, I know you're going to call the Republicans rhinos. No. You're the true rhinos. You and all of Trump's crew are no longer Republicans. You're Trumplicans. That's all the more you are. This spike didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of the beaches staying not open during spring break, bringing 4 kids up here to Iowa infected with COVID, killing one of the kids' parents, and then having it spread and going to these meat packing plants that ended up closing down. It came from Labor Day. It came from these protests from the no maskers. And yes, it came from the protesters of the BLM. But most of them were wearing masks. So think about that for a minute. So they were doing less spreading than you no maskers out there. They were showing they gave a shit more than you do. Okay? It came from the parents who sent their children off to summer camp so they could have a little time alone. It came from opening up too soon. That's where all of that came from. And testing for COVID does not give you COVID any more than testing for cancer or of any kind, whether it's breast cancer, colon cancer, throat cancer, or testing for the flu. If you get tested for the flu, is it going to give you the flu? You get tested for breast cancer, is it going to give you breast cancer? Well, getting tested for COVID is not going to give you COVID. It is going to expose whether or not you have COVID. And it doesn't matter if you are showing symptoms or not. You are going to infect people. In fact, when you're not showing symptoms, that is when you are the most infective. That is when you're spreading the virus the most, whether you ever show symptoms or not. 10-year-old children can infect you just the same way as an adult does. They're still doing studies on children lower than 10 years. But they're finding already that kids under 10 years have a higher virus load in their nose than an adult does. So if you're not going to think that a kid with that much virus stuffed up in their nose is going to spread it, then you're fooling yourself. Okay? Use your head. Use your common sense. Start paying attention to what's going on. And stop spreading this shit. Instead of having a movie night out, have a movie night in. Instead of going to an indoor restaurant, go to an outdoor restaurant. Don't worry about your kids going to school until people start wearing their masks, social distancing, and proper hygiene so we can get a grip on this virus the way Germany and Korea, and yes, even China has. They're all doing a better job than we are. Why is that? Because we let our cases get out of control. And they didn't. From the very start, they were testing more people per capita. That means that if we have 10,000 people and we're testing only 500, okay? And they have 1,000 people and they're testing 100 people a day. Guess who's testing more of their people? It sure isn't America. Think about it. Because America's testing a far lower percentage of their population than China, Korea, and Germany has. They no longer have to test as many people because they've got the virus pretty much so under control. And they've got it to where that when they have a hot spot, they test the people in that hot spot. They contact trace and they quarantine everybody they have to without shutting down the whole country. Use your head. Quit sticking it up your backside. Use it. God gave it to you. Use it. And don't give me this, God's going to protect me. Because I'm going to tell you straight up. God protects those who do for themselves. If you're too damn stupid to do what's right when it comes to this COVID, no, he's not going to be there to protect you from COVID. You're going to get it. Because you're too stupid. God put the people in your place, in front of you, to stop you from doing stupid things so that you will catch the virus. Use your head. And stop your bull crap with the mask bull crap. Most of you, we already know you're full of crap with this medical excuse bullshit. Because a lot of us out here have far worse conditions than you do. There's people out there that can't even talk the way I'm talking without wheezing or coughing. And they still wear a mask. There was a woman on TV today who had a double lung transplant because of COVID. And she still wore a mask during the interview. So don't give me your damn ass excuses. The only medical problem you have is psychological. And what it is being too damn stubborn to use your own brain. And that's no excuse. There's people out there who suffer from claustrophobia, and they're wearing their mask. And I mean, they're suffering from severe claustrophobia. I'm one of them. And I wear a mask. I'm so claustrophobic. I don't like shutting my bathroom door because it scares the shit out of me. My own bathroom door. And I don't have a small bathroom. My bathroom is as big as a small bedroom. This used to be my bathroom. I hated using that because that was no bigger than a closet. And that sucker scared the shit out of me. So I changed one of my bedrooms into a bathroom. It was a bedroom big enough to fit a twin-size bed and 2 dressers. Now it's got a toilet, a shower, and a sink, and a washing machine in it. So yeah, I wear a mask. And I have no problem doing so. What's your excuse? You more wimpy than I am? Huh? 56-year-old claustrophobic woman who smokes and coughs every morning? You more chicken shit than me? That says a whole hell of a lot about you. Wear your mask. Listen to the science. Stop listening to Trump because he's leading you down a garden path. Oh, but however, lately he has been telling you to wear your mask, social distance, and proper hygiene. Day late, dollar short, but he's telling you to do it. So listen to him! You were so willing to listen to him before. Listen to him now.